What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So you guys have spoken. I am going to show you guys more resources because you guys continue to ask me to see more resources. And in the comments of the last couple of videos that I posted, especially the videos that focused on the different resources that are available for seniors, you guys continue to let me know, yes, I like this. I want to see more. And so that's what we're going to do in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here. So by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. The first thing I want to do is I actually want to go back to a couple of the sites that I've shown you guys already. This first one, and it's the top, you can't see the very top, but it's the AARP Foundation. And I'm just going to go over a couple more states because a couple of weeks ago I posted a few states. I talked about a few states. I told you guys I was going to follow up with a few more states. And I will have a link to all of these websites. I'll have a link in the description as well as in the comments section. The easiest way to find it is if you go all the way down to the comments, it'll be pinned at the very top. You'll see these different links and you can click on these different resources. However, I can't do every state, so I'll probably break this up and do a couple of states today and then a couple of states tomorrow and kind of do it like that. I don't want to bombard you with 40 or 50 states in one video. That would be an hour long, maybe even a 2-hour long video. So let's go ahead, and this resource, AARP Foundation, I think is very good. It's a good start. Okay, I'm going to show you two different ways to go about this. Two places to go that are really a good start if you are looking for resources. If you are a senior and you're low income, or if you're just a senior and you're looking for resources, these are good places to go. Okay, so I've gone to this site before, so this shouldn't be new to, if you guys watch my channel, then you probably have seen this before, but we're going to pick two new states. And so we'll pick Alabama. And basically, when you come here, there'll be a link, like I said, so you can click on this. Click on the link. It'll take you to this page, and then you just move down a little bit, and you'll see the different states there, and all 50 states should be on here. And then you can just go ahead and click on whatever state you live in. Click on that. Or if, let's say, your relative lives in a certain state, you want to find out different resources for them, then you can click on that. So let's go into Alabama. We'll do that one. We'll start at the very top and work our way down. Now, I've already shown you guys California, Colorado. I've showed you a couple more states, but I can't remember right now, right offhand. But Alabama. Now, the interesting thing about this is you have federal programs that are provided, then you also have state programs. So when you look at this, a lot of the federal programs are going to be the same throughout because every state, if it's a federal program, it's in every state. But you have, like in the state of Alabama, they'll have specific programs just for people who live in Alabama. So Medicare, that's a federal program. We all know that. So they have information about Medicare. And what I like about this website is they have phone numbers to everything. So if you need to call Medicare, you can call Medicare. They'll have phone numbers. If you need to call the Medicare Savings Program, they have information for that as well. The Medicare RX Extra Help, and I've talked about this before, this is up to $5,100 in support for medication, prescription medication. So this is something, if you are currently receiving prescription medication, you need to check this out in your state. Okay, now this is a federal program as well. It's every state that I pull up, they all have the Medicare RX Extra Help. And so like I said, I will post a link so you can check it out. But here's the phone number here. So if you want to call them, you can call them and find out what you need to do to see if you qualify. They also have Medicaid on here. And then when we move down, now we have some of the state programs, okay? State property tax assistance. I did have some people that were asking me about assistance when it comes to taxes. They also have the telephone assistance, so the Lifeline program, which is a federal program, and that's, you can get a cell phone or you can get a landline. They also have the low income home energy assistance program, the LIHEAP, LIHEAP. And all the states will have their different version of this, but in Alabama, that's what they call it. And so you have food assistance program. Let's see, what else do they have here? And like I said, there are phone numbers to every program that they have available, so you can call them. And I would recommend calling them right away. If you need different assistance, make sure you reach out to them. Social Security, obviously, that's a federal program. SSI, another federal program. Elder Care Locator, I've talked about this before. This is another really good resource. And check out my videos. I'll post those links to all those videos so you can go back and check those videos out, because I did an extensive, detailed video talking about this Elder Care Locator. I went to the website, and so you can call them as well and find out if there are any resources in your area. Let's see, more stuff here. Senior Information Hotline, so you have that. You have legal help, so if you do need some type of legal help, you can contact this number here, and they can provide legal help for you. Benefits, quick link. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm going to have to look into that, so I'll do some research on that one and come back to you when it comes to that. So we've done Alabama. Let's move to, let's see, we'll go ahead and move to the next one here, Alaska. So we'll go down there. Or I should say up there. So when it comes to Alaska, like I said, some of this stuff is repetitive because these are federal programs. So Medicare, Medicare Savings Program, all federal programs, Medicare RX, Extra Help, same thing. Okay, now here's a state program, the Alaska Senior Benefits Program. And so you can see if you qualify for that if you live in Alaska. Make sure you give them a call, and they give you kind of a synopsis of what the program will provide for you. Benefit of $125, $175, or $250 is paid to you on a monthly basis. So they provide monthly, kind of like a monthly stipend or monthly pay if you qualify and you live in Alaska. So I think this is really beneficial, could be beneficial, especially if you qualify. You can take advantage of that. So Medicaid, they offer Medicaid here. State property tax assistance, so they also offer property tax assistance. Alaska Heating Assistance Program, so the HAP, so they have their version. You saw the LHEAP or LHEAP. Now, when it comes to Alaska, they call it the HAP. So that's their program. And what happens is the federal government will give funds to the states to run these different programs. And so they will run the programs, but a lot of that money is coming from the federal government. And usually that's how it works. That's why you see some of the same programs. So the heating assistance program, every state's going to have a heating assistance program, but they're going to name it different because the federal government is giving them funding. And so they use that funding to create this program for people in the state. Telephone assistance, so the Lifeline program, they also have that. Help Buy Nutritious Foods, a food stamp program. Social Security is a federal program there. SSI again, federal program. Elder Care Locator, legal help. Senior Information Hotline. So you see they have all the same information here, so you can call and get more information. So I highly, highly recommend going to the AARP Foundation and just clicking on your state and see what's available there. The Elder Care Locator, you go there as well. So go to the AARP Foundation, find out what's available in your state, and then go to Elder Care, because I think you can get some really good information from Elder Care as well. Now, here's another one that I talked about a couple of days ago. So benefits checkup. This is really, really good, a really good resource. You just need to put your zip code in there, and they will give you information. I did a detailed video on that as well, and I'll have a link to that video. So at the end of this video, you'll see a link to that video, so you can go over there and check it out. But what I wanted to show you guys on this, because I'm not going to go over everything on this again, but what I wanted to show you is they have kind of a newsletter. Okay, so you can put your information in here, give them your email, and then you can sign up, and they will send you information when information becomes available. And so I think this is good, subscribing. And I subscribe to a lot of different things. I will subscribe to this one as well. Just haven't done it yet. But make sure you do that. And usually when it comes to organizations and stuff like this, they're not going to send you a lot of spam, but they are going to send you information when it becomes available for assistance. Okay, so that's the reason why I would recommend that you go ahead and put this information in. I will have a link to this website as well. Just go all the way to the bottom. So when you come on the website, this is the top here. Just start moving all the way down. You'll see all this different stuff here. And when you get down to the bottom, that's where you'll have this information, and you can sign up for their newsletter. I call it a newsletter because that's basically what it is. Okay. Now we're moving to California. I want to talk a little bit about this because every state will also have a Department of Aging, okay? And they call it different things. California, they call it Department of Aging. A lot of states call it the Department of Aging, but some states will call it different. Now, we're going to take a look at California really quickly, and then we're going to take a look at Florida as well. But I recommend that whatever state you live in, just type in your state. So in this case, California Department of Aging. So Colorado Department of Aging. And they might not call it the Department of Aging, but the link will most likely go to the right place, because that's the most common name is the Department of Aging. But you'll see when we go to Florida, they have a different name. So anyway, looking at this California Department of Aging, this is a good resource because they have a lot of information in your state, and it's not just about assistance. It's about lifestyle. It's about a lot of different things, education, if you want to go to college or just different things like that. They're talking about vaccinations. So it's a good source for seniors. It's almost like reading. It's almost like AARP. It's the same thing, where the focus is on seniors. So they're giving you a lot of information about not just assistance, but other things as well. Okay. So I think this is also a good resource. Newsroom is where I would go first. Actually, About Us is probably where I would go first, just so you find out a little bit about what they have, what they provide, and how they can help you. And then I would go to the newsroom, because the newsroom is going to show you press releases and different things like that, so you can have the most up-to-date information that's going on in your state when it comes to the seniors. Okay, so that's why I would go to the newsroom. Okay, so the California Department of Aging, the Office of Communications handles all media inquiries. Okay, so that information there. You move on down, resources, Aging California Digital Hub, fact sheets, and just kind of go down. Now, this is not as Florida does a better job with their newsroom and their press releases. Like you see here, press releases. The latest press release was November 22nd. 2022. So not the most updated information. So just be aware of that. But they do have some good information here. Virtual events. So this is good. They're talking about different things here. January 9th. So that just happened. COVID-19 therapeutic and benefits to older adults and people with disabilities. And so that's a video. You can just watch that presentation. So that's good. They had some other virtual events on here. So really, really good, solid information for seniors in each state. So that's why I wanted to show you that. Now let's go to Florida. And like I said, Florida does a little better job, even though their website, it looks a little weird to me. Old, I should say. Not as modern, but let's go to the front page first, and then we'll kind of move in. Okay, so yeah, this looks a little bit better. So they call it the Department of Elder Affairs. So it's not the Department of Aging. They call it Elder Affairs. This is the state of Florida, of course, and they have their mission statement here, so you can learn a little bit more about what they're all about, which I like. I like when a website or a company or organization, they have their mission statement right there up front, so you know what their goal is. Okay, and when I worked for 21 years in the probation department, and we had our mission statement. So we knew what our goal was, and we needed to know what that mission statement was, and in order for us to get the job done. And so Florida's Department of Elder Affairs, their mission statement is to promote the well-being, safety, and independence of Florida's seniors, their families, and caregivers. That is their mission. Okay, now their vision: for all Floridians to live well and age well. Every state will have a mission statement. Every department should have a mission statement. So the Department of Elder Affairs, the state of Florida, this is their mission statement, so you know what they're all about. Okay, so looking on here, first thing I would do is go to the About Us. That should be something that you automatically go to just to find out more information and more things that they can provide for you. And then when it comes to news and events, okay, so that's what you want to click on. Any state should be the same. They should all have press releases, news and events, and all that. And the main reason why I think this is good, especially when it comes to press releases, is because that's how you find when the money's coming in. When the money's coming into the states for these different programs, you're going to find out through these different press releases, okay? So Elder Affairs celebrate record funding. So here it is, record funding of enhanced support for Florida's aging network in 2022. So you click on that, they're going to give you more information about the money that came in, and they could even tell you different programs that they're going to be focused on and things like that. So it's a really good resource for you just to go to your state and find out. Governor DeSantis' Freedom First budget secures a $9 million increase in funding for the community care. And so here's a program here. I was trying to highlight it. It was acting funny, but so here's a program, $9 million. So you can find out a lot of information here. So, and you see here this budget of $52.3 million in funding for Alzheimer's disease initiative program. So this is the place to go. You want to go to where the press releases are, because that's where you're going to find out when the money's coming in. And that will set you up, because if you want to start looking at these different programs that they have available, when you know the funding is there, that's when you can apply for those different programs. And hopefully you'll be able to qualify for some of those programs. But you'll know that they have the money because you know the money through the press release, you found out that the money is available. Okay. So each state is going to be different. So if I see things, I will let you know, hey, there's funding that came in for this or funding that came in for that. Maybe you should apply, but each state is different. So as I find information out, I will let you guys know. So make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification. But it's impossible for me to find out all 50 states, what's going on in all 50 states at any given time. It's just way, way too much work. But when I do see stuff, and I frequently will see things in their stateside stuff, so it's stuff that's specific to a state, I will let you guys know. And of course, if it's federal, I'm going to let you guys know. So these are the websites I wanted to show you guys today. So once again, Florida, California, Department of Aging. So you want to type that in the search, in the Google search, as well as we took a look at the benefits checkup. Make sure you go there and then just go down to the bottom and put that information in so you can get notifications from them. And the AARP Foundation, go there. So you'll have links to all of these, all three of these. Actually, the two I'll put links to, and then I will remind you, Google search your state. And then we're going to do more states in the future. So if you don't want to do the Google search, you kind of want to wait, you can wait, and I'm going to work my way through all 50 states. But it's going to take me maybe 2 states at a time. So I'll do a video, 2 states, video, 2 states. And we're going to talk about other topics too. So don't think we're just going to talk about this. But since you guys are interested in this and you want me to talk more about it, I will incorporate it into most of my videos. Even if I'm talking about a different topic, I'll talk about that topic, and then I'll come on to this at the very end, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the different programs in each state. So that's all I have today. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.